Kevin, the richest game in football. They say it's worth 160 million quid for whoever wins this championship playoff game. And it's between two neighbours, only down the road from each other. Brentford against Fulham. And this will be Brentford's fourth playoff final since 2013, and they've yet to win one. Can they possibly get through tonight?
Yeah, it's been a rough ride for them when they've hit the playoffs, usually, Brentford. And if you look at Fulham with the experience that they've got throughout the side, Fulham probably go into the game favourites, but that doesn't necessarily go the way that or turn out the way that it should do, because Brentford have been incredible since the turn of the year. They've, apart from the end of the season when they probably should have got automatic promotion with the form they were showing, they blew it probably in the last couple of weeks of the season and allowed West Brom to take that second spot on the automatic promotion spot. And it looked like they were struggling in the Swansea game, the first leg, but whatever happened in the second leg at home, it was the last night at Griffin Park for them as well. It was an amazing turnaround for them. So this is such a tight game. This is an incredibly tight game. You mentioned that what's at stake and the money that's on offer. Fulham, as I was saying, probably slight favourites with the experience that they've got. They've got a lot of Premier League experience within their side. They've got a lot of experience that have played around European football and even international experience within their side. But that doesn't count for anything in this match, I don't feel. There's going to be a lot of nerves. I think probably no support at the game probably helps the players in terms of nervousness. I think they can help them relax a little bit. That might help a little bit more of a free-flowing game. But I just can't see them. I can't see this game going and being an open match and both sides going for it. Both sides have capabilities of doing that. As I mentioned in recent weeks with Mitrovic, the goals that he's been scoring this season for Fulham, they've got players that's capable of opening each other up. But I think it's going to be a bit of a tight one, this. I think across the 90 minutes, I think we may see extra time in this one. And I think the best market here is what I'd be looking to qualify. And as I say before, Fulham slight favourites, but I fancy Brentford. I think certainly if you're looking at the second leg of both games, Fulham struggled against Cardiff, whereas Brentford were bang on form in that Swansea match. And I just fancy, overall, I just think Brentford might take this one. Brentford to win after extra time, Brentford to qualify. That's what I'd look at here, because I think it's going to be such a tight game.
And Kevin, as you said, Fulham in that second leg, they were a bit nervous. They showed a few frailties, and even the match betting suggests Brentford, having bounced back from not getting automatic qualification, they're 23-20 favourites to win in 90 minutes. Fulham are 5-2, and the draw here, which you're going for, is 11-5. So Fulham, coming in underdogs, might just help them.
Yeah, I was saying before the favourites in terms of the experience that they've got, but if I look at Brentford, if I see Brentford the way that they've been playing, I think they've been building for this for a long time. They were lower down in League One when the owners took over, and it's been a target of Premier League football over a long period of time. It's not necessarily been an overnight thing. There's not been a lot of money that's been pumped into the club, and it's been a gradual process that's been taking them to the position that they're in right now. And I just think the way that they've played this season, I think they've played the better football across the course of the second half of the season. The draw appeals to me simply because I think there might be a little bit of nervousness around it, again, because of what's at stake. And I just fancy Brentford just to do it, just to qualify, just to get, just to take themselves up to the Premier League.
Most football fans who like having a little flutter on a game love a first goal scorer. And you mentioned your man Mitrovic. He's 9-2, second favourite behind Ollie Watkins, who's the 4-1 favourite. Sadio Barama is at 5-1 alongside Mbueno. But looking at a first goal scorer, who would you fancy to open the scoring, even if it's going to be tight tonight?
Yeah, well, Watkins and Mitrovic have been two of the standout strikers this season in the Championship again. If you're looking at, as I was saying, I think this might be an edgy game. As I was saying before, I think it could be a 1-1 game, a 0-0 match. And usually it's going to come down to either a mistake or someone that just takes an opportunist chance. And I'd have to say, because I fancy Brentford, I'm going to go with Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins because of the form that he's been in across the course of the season. And injuries pending, but I think everyone's going to make themselves fully available for this game. But Ollie Watkins to score the first goal is the one I'd fancy here.